It's dinner time! Thank you for joining NJE Life again, where my sisters and I show you really simple, easy recipes. You can probably hear the air fryer going because I'm going to air fry up some taters and I'm going to roast some chicken thighs. Stay tuned. So I do have a different air fried taters video dedicated to that, but I'm going to do these ones slightly different. These ones are golden potatoes. The other ones I used were baking potatoes. These ones I'm gonna cut slightly different and do it, like cook it different as well. Okay, these are washed. And I'm gonna cut it into, I guess you could just say wedges. I did this for dinner yesterday and really liked it, so that's why I'm just gonna repeat it for this video. So you got these kind of like wedge fry type things going on. Okay, so I just preheated my oven to 400 degrees on the roast setting. And to continue with my potatoes, I'm going to blot them to get all the water off so that the oil will cling nicely to it so that they'll get nice and crispy in the air fryer. Okay, potatoes are all dried off. Add a little bit of avocado oil to coat. Perfect. The air fryer is preheated and it takes about 20 minutes to cook these. Put these in and I'll set it for about 10 minutes. Alright, I'm going to quickly pat dry them. Tenderize. Next, I like to cut off just a little bit of the excess fat. Most of it does just melt off onto the cooking sheet, so you don't have to worry about getting every little piece. I just do like the big parts. Next thing I do is I cut them into basically just half. Just cut them in half. If they're really big, I'll cut them into fourths, but just cut it in half is good enough. Because we are going to chop them into little pieces anyways after they're done roasting. You will see. Okay, so get a cookie sheet, a pan, anything, whatever you have handy. And I suggest using aluminum foil, however, I just realized we are out. So I'm just going to generously spray. Okay, so I almost forgot to season. So typically, I actually will put these thighs into a baggie the night before, or even sometimes just a couple of hours beforehand with a tablespoon of oil and some seasonings. But this is kind of a last minute dinner and we're makeshifting. So there's oil, and then I'm going to do sea salt, of course, chicken makes it very nice and tender, and obviously helps the flavors to stick better. But sometimes you just do a last minute dinner. Onion powder, garlic powder, of course. Paprika. And I've used all different types of seasoning combinations. Sometimes I even use honey, maple syrup, soy sauce, cinnamon. I've used tons of different ones. And just a little bit of turmeric. Okay. I'll just press it in with a fork. And then put it right into the oven because now it is preheated to 400 on roast. Okay, so this is what, after 10 minutes, what my potatoes look like. They look more golden on video than in reality, so I'm just going to toss it and put it for another 10 minutes. Okay, so there's only about 2 minutes left on the potatoes. So I'm going to spray them with oil. And then I'm going to put the salt on. And garlic powder. All right, so the thighs only took about 10 minutes to cook. Now I set my oven to broil because we are going to broil these for a couple of minutes after I cut it into thin slices. And broiling it definitely gives it a really nice texture. All right, the oven is on broil and this is what it looks like going in. And I'm going to set it for 5 minutes. Smells really good. I'll make a plate with the potatoes to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, everybody, this is it. Yummy, crispy taters covered with garlic powder. Then we got our tender chicken thigh strips. And this is perfect to put in a gyro too.